Hey guys, our decline here, average picker. I was gonna do a ranting video, kind of a ranting response video, just some stuff, but let's just pick a challenge lock instead, maybe. Might be mildly more interesting than hearing me rant while drinking a mocha. So we've got this challenge lock. It's been sitting in the back for a minute by UK Lockpick, and I figured we'd give it a try, and I just realized I grabbed the wrong pick, but maybe this is enough. One, we'll see what we can get off of it here. So yeah, you can see not a whole lot of a tip. This is kind of my worn out homebrew version of a Tron. So we will see if it's enough to get us through this lock. I'm going to try to do a couple videos tonight. We'll see what happens. I've got a couple ideas and sort of an interesting possible challenge or two to try to do. Also, if any of you guys want to do a lock swap, let me know. My ready to go out drawer is quite full at the moment, so I do have a number of locks waiting to get swapped. Okay, we're into a bit of a false here now after coming off of what I think was 5. This pick is actually doing all right. Oh, there we are, just a touch on the pin at the back there, and we are in. So yeah, I mean, you could see there's not a whole lot of lift on this pick. It has been almost used as a probe, but that was still enough to get us in. Yeah, we don't really need these. I mean, there's not places for these steep picks, but you can get by with what visually I think is probably less than on average you would think you needed. So we do have a key. There's our key and our bidding. And hopefully we got time to get this thing gutted. Let's see. Get the I just relocked it, but that's all right. We've got the key. I wonder if this thing will do any good in aiding us in getting this thing off. Nope. All right. Just use these guys. Spreaders. Okay. Ooh, to shim or not to shim? Do I have a shim convenient? Yes, I do. We'll go ahead and slide that in there. We've got quite a bump at the end of this lock. It's quite tight trying to get it in there. We'll just take our chances. Right? When in doubt, just take the chance. Is that, I think that's how the saying goes. Oh, that was already, there we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. I think we were good. Yeah. Could hear one of them definitely grab onto that little back bit there. Well, let's see what we've got from UK Lockpick. So 5 pins. Standard. 5, standard 4, standard 3, standard 2, standard 1. All standards across the bottom. Oh yeah, we do. We've got some threading on chambers 1, 2, and 5. Looks like we've got an undercut on 3 and 4 is a standard. All right. This is far better than just ranting, isn't it? Okay, so our number 1. Number 1, we got a bit of a stepped wedding cake kind of pin. Almost coming down into something of a spike. And of course, corresponding to the threads that we saw in chamber 2, we've got a very neat threaded driver. Oh, dogs. I feel like some of these may be in reverse. Okay, Lily is definitely picking up something there. So we've got the pins out, so it's open. We'll take a look at it in a minute. Okay, so we're back. We've had to change locations. Had some people come home. So here we go. Let's take a look here. See the core. We've got the threadings in 1, 2, 5, and a little undercutting done there in 3. And these are some really cool pins though. So we've got all standards across the bottom, so we're not really going to take a look at those. You know what they look like. But check out the stuff we've got across the top. So this is our shear line right across here, and this is how they came out. Though I kind of want, like, I don't know, I almost want to flip that one. We will take a look. Maybe we'll see how it sits down in there in comparison to the pin, because you do want those serrations to be interacting with the threading on the core, so it might be that tip is a little too long for that. But we'll start with the number 5 driver. And if we can get a focus going here, yeah, something like that. But you can see that is a very cool pin there. We're kind of tipped down. You can see a little bit of the worker mark where it was probably cut off of some stock. It's a very cool little pin. Let's see if I can elevate this up and get the focus to work a little better. My camera stand needs some serious tightening. It likes to drift down now. And so our number 4, I should just leave it down here. You can see, look at that guy. And that explains the soft finish we had there at the end as we came off the tip of that guy. So it would give us a little bit of a false and then just finish up very cleanly without too much indication, which is exactly what we got at the end. We just kind of tipped it over that last little bit and it fell open. And number 3, these are neat designs, man. I really like these. Very out of the ordinary. We've got this guy carrying a fairly long T-pin like element, a little serration in there, and a little bit of a spool top. This guy, which almost has like these, I don't know if you can tell, let me just leave it on the tray here. It almost has a tapering on those serrations. It comes in, that's really neat. There we go, there's some good focus on it. Very cool work there, UK. And here's our number 1. As you can see, we've got kind of that T-pin, slightly wedding caked, but it's not quite the steps you normally get. It's more of a little tiny shallow spool bit that then steps down on our little cake part into a T-pin bit. That's a very neat little pin. Very, very cool. So yeah, there we go. By UK Lockpicks. I guess this is the number 6. Not a whole lot going on. Nothing really going on upstairs. You can see we had a couple of the springs come out. There's no modifications going on upstairs. So, all right, I don't remember who sent this to me, but thanks, and thank you, UK Lockpick, for pinning this up. Very, very cool pins. Oh yeah, we want to take a look at this real quick. We have time? Probably. So yeah, if we load up chamber 2 real quick, that's kind of the way I felt like it should be, but you can see it doesn't sit quite down in there enough for those serrations to take hold. So it does make more sense in this case for it to be the way it came out, which would be like that. So you run a little bit of the risk of that guy falling into the spring, but it's obviously working and worked very well and didn't do that. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, brief little look there at it. Thanks again, and yeah, love those pins, UK. And you guys have a good one. Sorry about the dog barking. And yeah, if you want to do some lock exchanges, get in touch with me. Just hit me up in the comments or whatever. You can also write me at frequency13@gmail.com. But yeah, we can get in touch and do some lock trades. All right, have a good one.